That's not on. Oh, there we go. So pretty much the way I got started with e-commerce was really in part thanks to Collins, because when I was, I graduated high school like 2020, and during that time period, senior year, I got really into business, so I started like looking at like stock options and all this different stuff, because you'd see like all those different like gurus and stuff showing, oh, this is my course, this is this, I make like $10,000 a day off of stocks. I was like, okay, this seems kind of cool. So I would get all my money, and then I just put it into stocks, and then I'd lose it, put it all in, lose it, and then like one day, like I think I turned like $70 into like $1,000, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is like the greatest day of my life. Oh my goodness, I'm rich. But then what ended up happening is like I got greedy, and then I just didn't sell it. Then like the next day, like it went down. I lost everything. So I was like, okay, this is really hard to sustain. And then I had one of my friends out in Rochester who made like bed frames, right? Like wooden bed frames. This real country guy named Elijah Zweifel, and I was like, why do you make bed frames? He's like, because you can sell them and it's pretty easy to make. So I was like, okay, cool, let me try that out. So I just went out there one afternoon. I went, and then I was like, so how much have you like made? And then he was like, I made like $10,000 like in 3 months. And I was like, that would take me, because back then I only worked during the summer, I was like, that would take me how many summers to get to that point? Oh my goodness. So just like that, I started learning, and then I was like, okay. So I learned how to make bed frames, and then from there, I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it, and then I started making pretty good money off of it. And then at that time, that's around the same time I met Collins, and we just kind of both had that tenacity where we were just really interested in business, really interested in making money. But then like he was doing e-commerce, and I was just like, dang, like, how much are you making off this? And he was making way more than me. I was like, dang, like, bro, like, show me how to do it. And then like ever since then, I've just been on this like journey of learning e-commerce, learning the space of just not e-commerce, but just all different types of businesses. So that's really how I got started. That's how we met. That's how we ended up relating off of that.
Got it. So my story starts a little bit earlier. I got into the game of e-commerce when I was 13 years old. Some of you are going to be like, 13? Is that even possible? I was playing games in my backyard when I was 13. When I was 13 years old, my family's from Kenya. We are all Kenyan immigrants, and one thing about Africans is we love football. Not the one with your hands, the one with your actual feet. Football. So, being the little boy that I was, I absolutely loved playing the game FIFA. And every single year, you want the newest game of FIFA. So, I went to my father, I was like, Dad, could you buy me the newest FIFA game? And unfortunately, he gave me $50. The issue with $50 was the version of FIFA that I wanted was $100. I wanted all the players, I wanted all the VCs, the virtual currencies. I wanted to get the best version of the game. So I was like, instead of going out there and trying to ask my dad for more money, let me try to figure out if I can find this game for sale at $50, the money that he gave me. So I couldn't hop into my car because I wasn't able to drive, but I had a computer. I had my father's computer. I went onto the computer and searched for the FIFA game on every single website you can imagine. Some websites that didn't even make sense. I would go onto Kohl's, Home Depot, Lowe's, GameStop, Best Buy, crossing my fingers, is this game gonna be for sale at $50? And lo and behold it, Walmart.com was selling the game at $49.99. But a little thing happened in my head. It was like, whoa, slow down. Instead of going out there and purchasing the game, let me see if I can go out there and sell the game. And I saw Amazon.com was a website that was aggressively targeting people to go out there and become sellers onto their platform. So I went to my dad. I was like, Dad, could you open up an account? Because I was 13 years old. I can't open an account under my name. I don't have an LLC. I don't have an EIN. I need this information to open up an Amazon account. So my dad said, sure, open up an account for me on Amazon. And within a matter of 2 weeks, got approved. And then right away, I listed the product. I kid you not. Within a matter of seconds of listing that product, it sold. My eyes were like, is this even possible? Is this even real? I just kept reloading the page. And it was like $100 sale. I was like, wait, can this be done again? Again and again and again, sale after sale after sale. Within a matter of 2 weeks, I kid you not, at the age of 13 years old, I was able to do $30,000 in revenue. It just sounds unbelievable. I was able to do $30,000 in revenue. But the cards flipped against me. Unfortunately, the strategy that I was doing, it's called retail arbitrage. Retail arbitrage, it's against Amazon terms and services, as the biggest issue that I was facing, or the biggest issue that Amazon is going to face, is when customers are receiving their products, it's coming with an invoice saying $49.99. How would you feel if you purchase a product on Amazon and you're seeing, wait, it's in a Walmart box with an invoice saying $49.99? You're going to be like, whoa, did I get ripped off? And evidently, customers started complaining to a point. Amazon and Nintendo teamed up and sent me what is known as a cease and desist, but not to me, to my father, saying, stop what you're doing or we will pursue legal action. My legs were there just shaking. I'm scared. I'm like, what have I gotten my family into? They unfortunately took half of my money. They shut down my account, but I was like, listen, if I was able to do this, maybe there is a different method that can work. So I went out there and I tried doing everything. At the age of 14, I tried print on demand. I tried making t-shirts for nurses, t-shirts for firefighters. I tried drop shipping from China, buying products for low and selling them high here in America. And I just kept failing. But the one thing that I did was I continued to adapt because I kept on failing. But I don't even believe there even is a word such as failing, because what I would constantly do was adapting into the different circumstances, the situations that I was put into. Because I sat down there, I think it was my 16th birthday, I was like, I need to make this e-commerce stuff work. What am I doing wrong? Because every store that I launched, it failed. And I'm like, I sat back into my seat. I'm like, what did I do that gave me the amount of success that I got? And I was like, wait, when I was 13 years old, what worked for me almost instantly? It was selling that FIFA game. The biggest issue that I was doing on my side was the source, or where I was purchasing the product from, was Walmart.com. That's not the real source. There is a manufacturer. The manufacturer is FIFA. FIFA might have distributors. FIFA might have wholesalers. How do I go out there and find the manufacturer to either purchase from them directly, or the distributors, the wholesalers, to go out there and purchase the products directly from them? So I sat back in my seat. I'm like, for my 16th birthday, for the rest of the year, I am going to do nothing but go out there and contact manufacturers, distributors, and wholesalers to try to get deals with these different types of companies. And evidently, I just kept failing and just being declined, because they're like, who are you? You're this little 16-year-old kid trying to open up a line with us. We only work with the Walmarts, the Targets, the Costcos. Why would we want to work with you? But I started realizing, I was like, in business is all about finesse. How am I going to finesse my way into these brands? So I would start saying, we're growing crazy. We're about to hit crazy numbers of projections. And then brands would be like, whoa. He's talking about crazy growth? Let me hop on. I didn't show them crazy growth. I just talked to them about how we're this huge brand. We're about to keep growing and growing. And then evidently, one brand approved me. And that one brand turned into 2 brands, turned into 3, turned into 4, turned into 5, turned into 6. And that's where we are at right now, where we have access to so many different profitable brands directly from the source, whether that's the manufacturer or the distributor. And now, when I'm selling the product, I'm not shipping it directly to the customer. It's coming to our various different warehouses that we have across the United States of America. And the mistake that I did when I was little was I shipped the product with an invoice as to what I purchased is that. We remove the invoice and we either ship them directly to customers or sell them or ship them to Amazon to do FBA, where Amazon handles all the shipping to customers. So pretty much year to date, across our various different brands, we've done close to $12 million in sales, which is just insane. And we're just only growing and scaling. And we want to be a knowledge resource to you guys, because I didn't have a room like this when I was 13, 14, 16. I didn't have access to the amount of knowledge that you have. I didn't have anyone in my corner backing me or telling me, yo, this is what you should do, this is what you should not do. No one was there for me. That is why I want to be here for you guys, to help you, guide you, and knowledge, and give you the right knowledge and resources to be successful. The final thing that I want to say before we head on to the next segment is, don't look at my story and say, that is the correct way of doing it. There are so many different ways to go out there and do it. I'll be honest with you, why I failed drop shipping from China is I'm not that good of a marketer as a lot of people. I cannot tell you, yo, this box is worth $100. There are some people who are amazing marketers in this room that will sell you a hoodie with their name on it for $100, $200. And there are some people like me. I'm more analytical. I want to look at a spreadsheet. I want to break down the math. I want to do X equals Y. And there's some people who are just good marketers. So what works for me might not work for you. And what works for you might not work for me. So don't look at my story and be like, that's the way to do it. There are so many different ways to be successful. So it's all about learning and understanding and adapting to each and everyone's different stories. And from that, you gain the knowledge and be like, what am I going to do to change or succeed in this sector? So pretty much that is a brief little story about me and Brian. We're going to open up the segment to my boy, Teddy. Teddy, if you could come on up. Teddy is a close friend of mine who currently goes to the University of Minnesota. He has seen some amazing success on the TikTok shop. I'll talk more briefly about the TikTok shop in a second. I'd want Teddy to go over just a brief overview about his story, about his different success and his different failures, and then I'll ramp it up with what I see the power of TikTok shop is after this.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Teddy. And I think I'll just start this at the beginning of my journey, which was in June, like around then. It was like, nobody prepares you for how hard everything's gonna be. Like, you're moving alone, you're changing. I think the biggest thing is you're gonna change from the person you were into a person you wanna become. There's a vision in your head of like who the $1 million version of you is. And becoming that person means you have to completely leave the person you were before, and that is super hard because you're not gonna have anybody moving with you. Unless, like, I didn't really have that many people. I had my friends Zabi, Izzy back there, and they were with me. And then I met people like Collins and Brian. But, you know, you're gonna lose a lot of people, and you're gonna be stuck in your own head, and nobody prepares you for that. But the thing is, it's you versus you. You just gotta sit down. You gotta find out what's within it in you. Like, why do you want to do this? Do you want to do it for your family? Do you want to do it for your friends? Do you want to do it for yourself? And I always think that it's better to work for a higher power, pushes you to, you know, go harder or whatever. But the biggest thing is you're going to lose the old version of you and become a new person, and that's extremely hard to do. But if you really want to become that $1 million version of you, you got to forget about fears. You just got to jump, become that person you want to be, change your thoughts, change your environment, because your environment inspires your thoughts, and your thoughts invoke your actions. So change your thoughts, change your environment, and things are gonna go up for you. That's really all I gotta say.
Got it. So, Teddy, what got you into e-commerce? What were your first and early failure stories? Because a lot of people will sit up here and be like, oh, I've made $1 million. Oh, I've done this. Oh, I've done this. Tell me about your failures, because that is more important than even your success stories, because we're going to learn what went wrong for you so we can adapt and change to ensure that we and the people in the room become successful.
Well, I started off with stocks in 2020, like when that crypto bull run was going. And I mean, I was kind of good at, I wasn't good at it, but I wanted to learn about it. The thing about me is like, I didn't stick with it. I did a lot more researching than I did taking action. And that's a huge flaw that I have. And I hope you guys kill if you have that right now. Completely failed with that, and I kind of dropped everything, just kind of focused on school. And then I went over to affiliate marketing, and once again I was doing way more researching than I was doing taking action. When I would take the action, I'd be like, yo, why did nothing work? It's because I thought I knew everything, but I wasn't putting anything into plan. I wasn't actually moving on it, so I wasn't seeing where my failures were. And then I moved over to this summer. I was on Shopify trying to do organic marketing. Once again, more research than taking action. And when you finally take the action, you see that first video do like 100 views, that second video do 200, and you grind for like a week. You get your first page up. You put so much time in. And you know, it's gonna feel like you put so much in and you failed, but you really didn't do anything, bro. Like you can't expect to see success right away. And that's one thing that I thought I was gonna see. I see people like Collins. I see people like Brian. These people are making money. But you gotta go through so much, because you gotta figure out what works, but not only what works, but how you can configure yourself to bring value to what works and change up the game in a sense. So a lot of the failure for me came from too much research and not taking action and just thinking that I deserved so much more than I really did. So yeah.
I like that point that pretty much Teddy went over, where he said there is such thing as too much research. I feel like a lot of us think our first website, our first TikTok shop, our first stock purchase, our first whatever it is going to be successful. There is no such thing as instant success. No such thing. My first store, even though I made $30,000, I've lost $15,000 because they took almost half of my money and they closed my account. That was a failure story. There is no such thing as instant success. But if you are not going out there and executing, then you're never going to fail, which leads to you never adapting, which leads to you never succeeding. So you have to take that first step and fail. It's okay to fail. I feel like a lot of us think, oh my goodness, my logo is ugly. Oh my goodness, the pricing is off. Will this product work? Will this? Will this? Will this? Let's relax. It's okay to make it not perfect in the first time. All of us, every single person in this room that has run up anything successful has failed. They might show you their cars, their watches, their clothes, but they will never, ever, ever talk to you about their failures. That is why we want to tell you failing is okay. So that leads me into my second part for you, Teddy. What were the first sites of success that you saw for your company and for yourself?
For me, it's like I started seeing views go up, and honestly, with TikTok Shop, we said there's no instant success, but on TikTok Shop, things are a lot easier since it's so new. But it was, I could see my friend Nazi right here. He gave me some content ideas or whatever, and I see my videos getting more engagement. Saw some people commenting on it. I was like, wow, okay, this could actually work. And then I get my first sale in 2 weeks, and sales just start coming in, and it's like you're not gonna get, like, sure, you might get 10 sales the next day, but after that, I went a week, like 2 weeks, not getting anything. After that, I kept posting, kept trying to hit up people to post for my products or whatever. And I consistently posting, and I finally found a new product, and it just blew up like right away. And it was like it's crazy to see that because of all the time you finally put in. But it's like that's just the beginning. I still haven't done it. I'm still nowhere near these people. I'm still trying to figure out what value I can bring. And it's nice seeing the success, but that is just proving to me that it works and I have to keep going. It's not that I made it, it's just it works.
Got it, Teddy. That leads me in with what are your goals and aspirations? What is pushing you and where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Because I believe in this thing called a time horizon. We all want instant success, but we neglect to realize you don't build a house in a day. You don't build a mansion in a day. You don't build a city in a day. You don't build a state in a day. You don't build a country in a day. The bigger you want your business to be, it's going to take time. Think about how long it took for them to build a building like this. Was it one day overnight? Nope. They started from their foundation. Then they got the tile. Then they put up the walls. Then they painted. Then they did this. There are so many different things that have to go out there for you to be successful. So when you're looking at, this month I failed. No, you didn't. Look at it in the next 5 years. The foundation blocks that I'm putting right now, what is it building? Could this be $1 million business in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? Where do you see yourself, Teddy, in the next 5 years?
Man, 5 years. I'm definitely gonna finish college. I do believe in education. I do want to get an MBA, just put myself into new areas, see what people I can meet over there. But first I want to start with the thing that drives me. And I really think it's my family. Just like Collins, Brian, a lot of people like you in here, our parents immigrated from wherever it was. For my parents, it was Ethiopia. And they came out during a war, and my dad was 20, my mom was 19, and they walk over to Sudan, stay there for 8 years, have to find work, get a living for themselves, and then finally get they finally got their citizenship in America, came over here, struggled for years. They had my first sister, their second year of being here, and they ended up adopting my oldest sister from Ethiopia. The same village. Her parents were tragically murdered in the war, but my parents, there's a helpless list. I'm sorry, I can't speak. The helpless list of bringing my sister over, even at times of them struggling and working as hard as they could to provide me and my brother and my sisters to live in a beautiful house in Cottage Grove, to go to whatever school you want, to do sports, to do the things that they couldn't do. Seeing them work so hard to do that with no guidance from anybody else. They had to figure out English on their own. They had to figure out the school system on their own, but they still did it. They overcame every single piece of adversity that came in front of them. And the adversity that they faced, I would like to believe, is a lot worse than mine. I get to grow up in America where it's possible to chase your dreams, manifest destiny. It's the thing that we are built on. And I just personally believe that our parents could do it if they could wake up every single day and just grind just to see us happy, get presents on Christmas Day when they could barely pay their bills. I need to do that for my family, and not even just my family. I want to do it for my family back in Ethiopia, or just the people that are unfortunate, because I was put in a place where I can succeed, so I want to be able to do it for everybody else. And in 5 years, that's exactly what I hope to do. I hope to go back to Ethiopia, help out my family over there, see what I can do for them. I have some plans with church and stuff. Got some stuff I want to do over there. I want to grow, expand, and help people. That's all I want to do. I think one thing.
Hear me? Okay. I think one thing I want to add on to what he's saying is his goal is very clear. He understands what the goal of what he's trying to get is, right? And I was talking to Lucky yesterday about this. The plan always changes. What you're going to have to do to get there is always going to have to change. It's one of the key concepts of adaptability, but the goal never does. The plan always changes, but the goal never does, right? I want everybody to just keep thinking about that. The plan always changes, but the goal never does. The reason why at times, like even I, for a long time, just felt so lost. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't understand why I was here or what the point of this was or who I wanted to be. And until you can define, this is where I want to be, this is what I want my life to look like, this is the type of life I want to experience. Until you can define that, until you can visualize that and put that, you can never get there. Because you're walking aimlessly, you're walking in the dark, right? So until you have your goal set, until you say, this is what I want to be like, this is the type of person, this is the type of man, this is the type of woman I'm going to become, this is what I'm going to get there. And then whenever you hear stories about, like, for instance, like Teddy, hearing about your family in war and stuff, and then you have to realize every single one of us comes from an extremely different background, right? Me and Collins have a very different background than you. Me and you, Lucky. Me and you, Ben. Me and you, J5. Everybody in here has such a different background and has been brought up in such different ways. So you can't take other people's stories and be like, dang, like, man, maybe if my life was better, maybe if it was set up this way, maybe if this was this, or, oh, they had to. Don't take it like that. Because a lot of time we'll take that and then we'll use those as excuses, right? You have to take those difficulties, or sometimes some of us have been dealt good hands, right? Our whole life has been sweet. Nothing is wrong with that either. Whatever cards you've been dealt, you take those and then you just run with it. You just run with it. Whatever it is that God has given you, you say, okay, bet this is what I got to do. I know my goal. I know exactly where I want to be. And you make that clear and you go on from there, right? You don't hold on to the anger of the past or this, because Teddy could have been very different about all this. He could have been like, man, I had to go through this, that, and the third. I didn't get everything I wanted, but this person did. Or somebody could be like, oh, I've been given already this. Oh, this is so easy, right? Because I know there's people in here who your parents are rich. I know there's people in here who your parents are poor. Like nothing, right? But at the end of the day, there's no difference between any of us. There's nothing. And the second you start trying to compare yourself or thinking about what this person has going on or what this person has going on, that's what's going to hold you back. And until you can separate yourself from that, and then you define what your future is going to look like, until you decide this is the steps, these are the plans I'm going to get there. And then as those plans change, you always keep the goal the same. That's what's going to take you to the next level. That's what's going to take you to the next step.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That leads us into our next segment. I know you guys came in here for some sauce, so let's give y'all some sauce. So pretty much TikTok shop. Let me say that again. TikTok shop. I've been getting words directly. We're speaking to some executives that we're connected with at TikTok shop on what they are planning to do. TikTok shop is planning to blow up. TikTok just ended their creator fund. Their creator fund was a $2 billion program where they were going out there and paying creators for views. But they're like, no. The real game for them is to become a marketplace. TikTok shop wants to compete with Amazon and Walmart, but they're faced with one simple challenge. They don't have sellers like me and you in the room. TikTok's goal is to try to go out there and find as many different sellers as they can, just like me and you, to go out there and source products, sell products, and manage the customer support. They just want to be the platform, but they want to be known as the best platform to purchase products from. Their goal by next year, this time, is for when you want an iPhone case, you want an iPhone charger, you want whatever it is on a day-to-day, you go to TikTok and you search iPhone case. You search whatever you're searching for. That is their goal. So now that you know their goal, you're going to be like, how do I put myself into that particular situation? Because I am telling you guys right now, if every single one of you goes home tonight, signs up for the TikTok shop, and finds a profitable product that you guys can sell, you will make so much money that you won't even know what to do with it. It is insane because TikTok is burning money. They are offering right now, I'll have Teddy go over it right now, what they're currently offering right now, but it is huge. Teddy, explain what TikTok is doing and how they are burning. When I say burning, TikTok is burning money because their goal, they just want to be a marketplace. They want to be known as the top 3 or 4 marketplace here in America. So what is TikTok doing to burn money?
All right. First of all, the amount of coupons that TikTok is running is insane. While I was sitting down, I was going through their Black Friday deals. They're giving people up to 15% off on orders over $25, up to 30 plus 35% off if it's over $30, and it just keeps going up. On top of that, for shipping, you guys can overcharge for shipping like crazy. They have US free shipping incentives, especially if your product's over $10 to $20. And I just want to say the biggest thing about TikTok Shop is they democratize UGC content. If somebody sees a product that they like on their For You page, they're going to promote it for you because you can give them affiliate commission, give them like 10 to 30%. And I'm seeing this go crazy with clothing brands. Like if you guys are on clothing brands here, I'm telling you, put them on TikTok Shop right away. My friend Mia sent me a video a couple days ago. This guy had about $200,000 worth of shorts left in inventory. It's about to be winter. He was scared. He didn't know what to do. Put him on TikTok Shop and he sold out in 2 weeks. People see the social validation in the post. They see the link on the bottom and they're going to click it. On top of that, they're going to see that TikTok is giving them 75% off plus free shipping. So you can sell your item for, let's say, $50. The person can get it for $10 plus free shipping. However, TikTok paid you $50 plus however much your shipping cost was. People are incentivized to buy, and you're incentivized to sell. Your videos are going to blow up through the algorithm, especially if UGC content, you can send free samples to creators and they can make a video for you for 30% commission. But TikTok is pushing videos through the algorithm and they're really incentivizing creators to create videos to promote your products, and they're incentivizing buyers to buy your items with a plethora of coupons. And I mean an insane amount.
So pretty much why they're doing this, as again I was saying, is they want to be a marketplace. And they are struggling because they figured out we don't have products on our platform. Because a lot of you guys are going to be like, what product am I going to sell? What am I going to sell? What am I going to sell? What am I going to sell? So what am I going to sell? Everyone is so worried about what am I going to sell. When I tell you the bonnet and do-rag that you sleep with at night, that is a winning product. Your earrings are winning products. The hats are winning products. Your hoodies are winning product. Everything is a winning product right now. Wristbands, watches. They want as many products as they can get onto their website right now. They don't want it tomorrow. They want it right now. So if you can be one of the early adopters onto the platform, listing products and selling products on their platform, you will be rewarded tremendously. So that leads me into the second question, where it's like, okay, I found the product. How in the world am I going to market it? I have this winning product. How am I going to market it? How am I going to market it? I pretty much have 2 different strategies on marketing. Strategy number 1 that I love, which I don't know, a lot of you guys hate because it seems to be too much work. It's just one word. Posting. Just post. You have your cool product, whether it's this cool phone case, you make 3 unique videos every single day. Do that for the next 14 days with your product linked in the in the video. Eventually, one video is going to go viral. We all know TikTok, it's so easy to go viral. We all know, we all have that one friend who's TikTok famous, or videos that have gone viral. It's so easy. Get the product. Any product is working right now. Post the videos 3 times a day. Just 3 times a day. Even 2. even once a day, for the next 14 days, and watch what happens, because it's inevitable. TikTok, the algorithms, every single YouTuber that we all watch, all the influencers we all watch, they all say one word. It's all about consistency. It is all about consistency. We have close to 60 people in this room right now. Maybe only 2 people stay consistent, because I don't know, it seems to be hard. People, we are giving you what works, but a lot of you guys are just gonna go home and be like, that's cool, up to tomorrow. Go and take action and execute and stay consistent, because the model is there. I am telling you right now, if I were to lose everything that I have right now, if I were to lose my Amazon store, my Shopify store, this brick and mortar business that we're in right now, if I were to lose everything I have right now, I would be selling on TikTok Shop. Because I feel like that is the biggest issue a lot of young entrepreneurs face. You will look up to people, let's say like Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, and be like, oh, if I saw them or sat next to them, I'd ask them, what did they do? What did they do? Stop looking at what people did, or ask them, what would they do? And I am telling you right now, what I would do right now, screw Amazon, screw Shopify, hop on to TikTok Shop. So, Teddy, I'm going to give you one final moment just to give some sauce to the people. Tell them what they should be doing to achieve success. Just let them know what's up.
Colin's already said it. Literally just post. If one video goes viral with a good product, an affiliate's gonna pick it up, they're gonna make a video, somebody else is gonna pick it up, and it's literally just a domino effect. And I'm telling you, UGC content matters. Hit up as many affiliates as you can. User-generated content. So like reviews. Somebody grabs your items, like, yo, look what I got on TikTok Shop. It helps me out with this, whatever, just a review. If you can get a good review video to go viral, your sales are gonna go crazy. I know people are pushing like 500K off a video that they made. Go on, join the I'll have Collins drop the Discord, later or whatever. Join up, just come through our chat. We have so much sauce. Always here to help. But just post videos and wait for an affiliate to pick you up, and you're gonna blow up. That's it.
Got it. Can we get a round of applause for Teddy? Got it. So our next segment will be about business credit, because I feel like a lot of us struggle with this one thing. We're like, where in the world am I going to get the capital to go out there and scale this operation? Because a lot of us might not have $10,000 sitting in our bank account, $50,000, $100,000, $1 million to go and scale this operation. Because a lot of people, they'll tell you how to get the sales, how to get the sales, how to get the sales. But now, how do I maintain these sales? How do I scale these sales? So I'm going to have Brian briefly talk about how powerful business credit cards are, and why, if you are not utilizing your personal and business credit, you're sleeping.
This right here, oh, you can't even. You know what this is the sound of? That's the sound of money. That is the sound of something I call free money, right? This is the thing. A lot of the way we've been taught about credit since high school, even I was taught about credit this way, is like, oh, you should be scared of credit. You need to run away from credit. Credit is bad. Credit is this. Credit is that. Listen, that's what they want you to think, to literally just keep you poor and to stay away from that. Because if you're irresponsible, you're going to lose a lot of money. You're going to be in terrible, terrible, terrible debt, right? But the thing is, if you understand how to utilize business credit, you understand how to utilize your personal credit, and you're able to combine those two, you can create pretty much, I don't want to say a money glitch, but a money glitch, right? For instance, let's say, I'm not sure how long the payouts are for TikTok Shop. 2 weeks?
Delivered plus 18 days at the beginning. You get faster shipping times, and it's delivered plus 3 days.
Okay. So I'm just gonna use like Amazon just because it's simple, 14 days, right? So if let's say right now you're selling on Amazon and then you buy, and then Amax comes with no preset limit, right? So let's say you have
No preset limit.
explain that.
So pretty much talked about no preset spending limit. I feel like a lot of us don't understand what no preset spending limit means. What no preset spending limit means is there's a limit, but it is not preset. Meaning, if you open up an American Express Gold business card and your set limit is $1,000, you can go over that because you're not locked in or set at that particular amount. Meaning, if I start off at 1,000, that means I can get to 2,000, I can get to 4,000, 8,000. It piles up. You're not locked in. Like your personal card, if you go to the bank and they open it up, they'll say your limit is 2,000. That's it. These are called charge cards. So Brian can go over more on the math.
So what ends up happening with these charge cards is, let's say your first week you get let's say people order $1,000 worth of stuff, right? So you spend $1,000, you get the money back, and then you pay it back, right? Then the next week you end up getting $2,000. You spend the $2,000. You go do that. This is literally how Colin scaled up his business. This is how almost every single e-commerce person has scaled up their businesses to that level. Is because you need credit, because it's really hard. Let's say, for instance, you got to the point where you did $50,000 in sales. Where in the world are you gonna get 50? I don't know how many of y'all are just sitting on $50,000, but like I don't know, it'd be hard to cough up 50,000. So that's why it's so key to get business credit cards, right? And not only that, to get approved for business credit cards, you need to get your personal credit, right? That's why that's another key thing. If you're 18, 19, 20, and you still don't have a credit card, get one. I waited a minute, I don't know why, but then when I finally got one, it completely changed my eyes and opened it up, right? Because this is the thing, we're not telling you to get these credit cards, then go to Saks Fifth or go to Noble or go spend it on dumb stuff. We're telling you, you guys have a business model. The question isn't, aren't you gonna sell? You guys are going to get sales. And that's one of those things where it's like in the beginning, you'll have that analysis paralysis. I don't know if I should. I don't know. We're telling you it works. Teddy just told you it works. We're telling you this works. You find the product, you go. Once you get a sale, then you spend that credit card. Boom, you get it. Right? Once you get the money, pay off that credit card. Just like that. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Scale up that way. Because so even right now, if you have $0 to your name, but you're able to get one of these, what's just happened? Now you have business funding, right? And the thing is, from there's so many more ways we could go in depth about this, but that's like the basics of it. And as long as you understand that, once you get paid, make sure you pay off that credit card, right? Then you know you're gonna be able to spend more the next month, spend more the next week, spend more. And then before you know it, in a year, in a month, you might be spending $100,000, $200,000, $250,000. And it's all possible thanks to Amax. Right? So I'd say that is one of the biggest key factors. And if you're outside of the business world, you might be wondering, like, why do they care so much about that, like, about the metal card? Because this card is power. This card is money. This is what takes people to the next level. This is one of those things where it's like, I know you guys always say it on TikTok, oh, this is what the rich don't want you to know. This is what no, it's not this is what the rich don't want you to know. This is just what you're ignorant to. And now that your eyes have been opened up to it, every single one of y'all should be seeing, okay, how can I get my TikTok up? How can I get an American Express Gold? And if I get declined or I can't get it, how can I convince my parents to let me get one in their name? If my parents say no, how can I get my friend? You guys, like, this should be like a do or die for you guys. Like, if you're serious about this, you should be saying, we're giving you the sauce for funding. We're giving you the platform. So now you have the business model. You have the financing behind it. So what's stopping you? There's nothing stopping you. There's no differentiator between you guys today and who you can be in a year, right? If you take all of this, you figure out, okay, this is how we're gonna get the money. This is how we're gonna set it up. And we told you, right there, we have a TikTok shop expert in the room, right there. He says, go on the Discord. Yesterday, I literally took a screenshot of this. Did you know he was hosting a class yesterday? I didn't even know he was doing that. I just opened up our Discord, and Teddy's over here. Hold on. I literally took a screenshot of this. Teddy, how many people were in there? 25 people. How many people do you guys think are in this room right now?
Over 60.
Over 60. oh my God, I can't find the screen. Right here. Right here. This was Teddy yesterday at, what time was this? At 7:30. Could have been doing anything else, but he was going there. Okay, what do you guys need help with? Product research? Okay, this is how you do this. Fulfilling orders? Oh, this is how you do this. You guys need an agent? This is how you do this. The resources are all there. There's no lack of resources, right? Not only that, the recipe is there. The ingredients are there. It's just for you to get in the kitchen and get to cooking. There's nothing that's missing now. Nobody can use the excuse, I don't have money. We just told y'all how to get money. Nobody can say, oh, bro, y'all are gatekeeping. We not gatekeeping shit. I'm sorry, excuse my language. We not gatekeeping nothing. There's nothing that we're holding back, and it's just for you to get in the kitchen and start cooking. All is there, right? And the only reason why I feel so passionate about this is because I always hear people being like, especially talk about cons, because I usually don't talk about business much as cons does, but it's like, oh, bro, he be gatekeeping. Oh, he's conceited. Oh, he's trying to flex. He's trying to do this. How many of y'all would have came in here if he didn't have the Lambo? Be honest. Raise your hand if you would have came in here if you didn't have the Lambo. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, they kept it real, but a lot of y'all would have not came here if that wasn't due to that, right? And it's like, now I'm literally telling you guys, I've sold on Amazon. I've tried selling on Shopify. TikTok is so much easier. It is so much easier, right? And I know a lot of you guys will come to me. You'll be like, hey, Brian, man, I just want my Shopify to work. I'm like, why are you talking about Shopify, bro? Bro, no. All right, Brian, I want to start doing FBA. I'm like, all right, you sitting on 30,000 that you can spend tomorrow? Nah. I'm giving, like, it's right there. It's right there. Everything is right there. And if right now the 60 of y'all by next year are not making bread off of this, it's not because, don't sit there blaming, man, it was too hard. Teddy, how hard was it to get a sale?
I didn't post a video for my first sale.
He didn't post a video for his first sale. Like, how much easier do you need it to be? You just press publish. How much easier? So it's like, money's not the issue. The products are not the issue. The setup is not the issue. The legality is not the issue. Somebody give me a valid reason why you can't. I'll give you $100 right now. Anybody in the room? You see that dead silence because there's no reason why you can't not be successful. Everything is given to you right now. It is just for you to get up, get in the kitchen, and start cooking.
Very, very, very passionate about that, Brian. I think another thing is 99% of us know what we should be doing. We're just not doing it. I think it was King Solomon who was known as the best, he would provide the best advice, but he couldn't help himself.
Wow.
You can go out there and be like, oh, he should be doing this, he should be doing this. Start telling yourself what I should be doing. The difference between a business and a hustle is one word. Systems. Systems are the difference between a hustle and a business. A hustle is me going out there and selling to my friends 2, 3, 4 shoes. A system is me going out there and systematizing, how am I doing my product research? How am I going out there and finding creators? You need to go out there and figure out, how can I build systems? Because a lot of us have said, okay, getting the sales are easy. Getting this is easy. I'm all about one word. I care about scale. Making $1,000 off the TikTok shop is easy. But tell me, how can I make $100,000? How can I make $1 million? How can I make $10 million off the TikTok shop? And it's so simple. It's one word: systems. Because you figure out this business world, it's just a numbers game. X equals Y. So now, if I know for every 10 products that I do product research on, 2 of them become successful, and eventually 1 of them becomes an ultra winner, now I know I'm on a 1 to 10 ratio. If I figured out that's my formula, I'm gonna try to get 100 products. Screw that, I'm gonna try to find 1,000 products. maybe even 100,000 products. It's possible. It's all about one word, systems. Because I feel a lot of us are just doing this product research, just clicking up a bunch of links, opening up so many tabs, when every single person in this room knows how to use spreadsheet. Why do we not have spreadsheets? Why are we not putting down different spreadsheets with different analytical key data sets? Everyone will say data is everything. If you do not have data for whatever you're doing, whether it's Amazon, Shopify, TikTok Shop, whatever it is, data is everything. I don't care if you're writing down your first customer's first name, last name, where they purchased it from, the address. Write all of that down. Because a lot of us in the beginning, they're like, okay, cool, I'm getting a bunch of sales, bunch of sales, but you're not keeping that data. Because with that data, guess what you can do? You can run retargeting campaigns. When you want to drop another new product, you already have, if I'm in, let's say, the clothing sector, all these people have bought my shorts in the summer. Guess what they need in the winter? They need hoodies in the winter. Guess what they need in the spring? They need windbreakers in the spring. If I don't have that data with all my previous customers, I just lost on easy sales. Email marketing is huge. Outreach to your customers is huge because data is key. I want Brian to go over more in depth on how powerful data is and how powerful it is for you to keep track of everything.
So one of the biggest things you're going to come into realization of as you get sales. So right now we're past the point of the theory of it and the actual reality of it, right? Once you start getting sales, you're going to start having to deal with things like returns, right? The second somebody gets returns, if you have 10,000 sales and Amy Beth from Tulsa, Oklahoma wants to return something, you're like, I don't even remember this. And you have nowhere to look. Good luck trying to navigate through any system. Good luck trying to navigate through Amazon's. Good luck trying to navigate through TikTok Shop. Good luck trying to, you have to take all of this data and keep it and organize it just in case there's any other issues that you're facing in the future. Not only for the retargeting, but just because things will come back up. Even if you say, like even for us, what we do is we say whether or not it was delivered to the person. Because sometimes you think, oh, I'll just have the tracking. Sometimes we'll realize, we'll be like, wait a second. Somebody hasn't got something in 4 months. It's just lost at FedEx, right? And then sometimes somebody will say nothing, and then other times somebody will say something. Now, within TikTok, within Amazon, within Shopify, you're given strikes, right? You can only mess up, and Amazon's called account health. TikTok Shop, it's what? Shop health, account health, all of these different things, right? You have to make sure that is to the T. You have to make sure you're following up. Is this good? You gather all of this data. And not only that, like he was saying, retargeting. Now you have a huge list of people who have spent money with you before. That's powerful. That is powerful. Because right now, the first time you're trying to get sales, you don't really know who's buying. You don't know what they're buying. But if they've bought something from you once, good chance they're going to want to buy something again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And you have this huge list that you've been keeping their names, keeping their emails, keeping their emails. We have one of our friends out here, and he does how much does he do from just email marketing?
Who?
He's paid.
He's doing about $20,000 just off of email marketing.
So that's like how much is he doing like a day? It was like
5,000.
Yeah, he's like, literally $5,000 a day just off of emailing, off people who already bought. That's the power of data, right? So right now, I know some of you guys might not be in the position where you're thinking, oh, why does this matter? But all of this will matter at the end, right? Because what are we? We're not here. This is not a side hustle mastermind. We're not here to teach you how to make $300 extra a month. This is no. This is the keys that's gonna get you to $100,000 a month. And some of y'all should sit here and be like, why are you talking about $100,000? Some of y'all should be thinking, how can I get to $100,000 a week? The better your systems are, the better you keep the data, the better you're able to retarget, the better you're able to retalk to these people. Make sure if there's a return, this is here. All of these systems are what's gonna get you from just being somebody who makes $300 a month, versus somebody who makes $3 million a month. Because we know people who they're making, Amazon Lit is going to do what this year?
I think 120 million.
$120 million a year these guys are making. Now, when we met them at this convention, their names are Eric and Sebastian. $120 million they're gonna make, and then we just saw in 7 days we were saying they made $2-3 million. I was like, oh my goodness, 2-3 million. And then I sat there, I just was like, how do you do this? They said, well, we have 30 full-time employees, 30 temporary employees. We make sure we have. They build their own systems on top of Amazon's platform. They grab all of this different data. I'm talking about, these are the most systemized people I've ever met. But guess what? You guys have access to the same platform they have. The only difference is some of us will get $1,000 like, oh, I'm lit. No, don't just get your first money, because this isn't about making money. You guys will make money. This is not the issue. We're not here trying to tell you guys how to make $1,000. I'm telling you, we're trying to tell you how to get to $1 million a month. There's people who are doing $120 million a year. A year. Think about that. Y'all were impressed with us doing what, 12 million? They made 10 times what we made. So even we have a long way to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a long way to go. So it's like, how can we, like every single day we just sit here, how can we better optimize our systems so we can get to $250 million a year? How can we get to $1 billion a year, right? And when you look at the data, that is a key thing. So right now you guys might not even be at that stage, but always keep that in the back of your mind, because that's what's going to put you above all the competition. That's how you're going to be making $5,000 a day in your email, sending emails, no extra effort. You get a VA to do it. Hey, we have a special. Bye. Just like that.
Not even that. That leads me to on a smaller, or just on a base level scale. If you do not know how you found that product that failed or that product that won, you have no system. If you cannot write down on a sheet of paper, I went onto YouTube, I went onto Pinterest, I searched this, which led me to finding this product. If X, it's just a mathematical equation. If I go onto X, that will take me to X, which leads to Y. It's that simple. If you cannot break down your systems as simple as possible like that, how can I scale? Because what I talked about in the beginning, you figure out, okay, for every 10 products I find, only one of them becomes a true winner. If you do not have that system, that's just a hustle. You're just hustling around different websites finding winning products. But now, if I build that system where I can teach my little sister who's 6 years old to do the exact same thing, what do you have now? You have a business. If it cannot be replicated, if what you're doing right now cannot be replicated, in the beginning, you want to be the boss, you want to be the CEO, I'm quitting my job so that I can be the boss, the big man in the room. Who cares? That's not the goal. The goal is to do something that other people can do on your behalf. And if you do not have those systems where I know all my products that failed were from YouTube, all my products that won were from Pinterest, all my products that failed were from AliExpress, all my products that won were from Alibaba. Just simple key points like that will distinguish those who win and those who fail. Which leads me into our second part or second discussion that I want to talk about, which is VAs. VAs stand for virtual assistants. I think a lot of us in the room think, oh my goodness, I'm in college, I have a full-time job, I have a this, I have a that. Some of us might even have kids that we have to take care of. How am I gonna go out there and grow and scale this operation? I'll tell you right now, it's one word or two words: virtual assistants. Virtual assistants are huge, so huge, because in foreign countries like the Philippines, like Pakistan, like India, their cost of living is dramatically lower than us. $100 in a country like the Philippines is a lot of money. Here in America, $100 might not be nothing. So we are going out there and finding these highly skilled individuals. They're very skilled. A lot of them with multiple college degrees that are willing to work for us at significantly lower costs than it is for us to hire employees here in America. Right now, we have close to, I think it's 15 or 20 different virtual assistants that operate for our business, where they're doing a lot of the work. I'm only doing the work such as finding different brands, working with different distributors, and talking to our investors. That's all I do on my side. Everything else, like I was saying, that product research, the product development, advertising the products, listing the products, they're doing all of that work. That is why it is so important for you to go out there and go home tonight and just open up a Google Doc, write how you do your product research, because how you do your product research is different than how I do my product research, so that when you reach to a point you're like, holy crap, this is working, you can go out there and send a written transcript of what is working to your virtual assistants so they can do what? Replicate the job that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. Brian can touch up quickly about how powerful VAs are.
VAs are like, man, like, it's one of those things where it's like, they do all the tedious stuff that you don't want to do, right? So it's like, if you don't want to do something, a really repetitive task, they can handle that, right? They can sit there, they can get, oh, you need to write all these order numbers down, then send them over to your agent. They'll do all that. Oh, you have 1,000 people that need to put this here. They'll do all that. And that's, bro, they're incredible. And not only that, there's VAs who can do even more highly skilled things. Like, for instance, one of the brands we were working with, they, on their website, I'm not going to go too into detail with it, but on their website, we pretty much needed a developer, right? Who was going to sit there, make a code, grab all of the data from this website, and then put it on there. Now, when I asked, like, it was an American, he quoted me like almost $5,000 to $7,000. I literally got it done for $200 in like a quarter of the time. And the guy is still texting me today, do you have any more work? 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 Because they want to work. They want to keep their job. Like, I'm telling you right now, you'll tip them like how much? Like, you pay them like what, $3-4 an hour, and then at the end of the month you'll tip them $20. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. So it's like, to us, you're like, what's a dub? You know what I'm saying? What's a dub? But to them, that's a big deal. That's a lot of money. So it's like, the power of VAs, that's what takes you to the next level. But make sure before you start training your VAs, make sure you really understand your systems. That's why he was saying, for instance, like when you were talking, like what from all the products, was I finding good products on Pinterest? You got to make sure you literally write down everything you do. So it's like, I always drop, for instance, like Google, like if you're going on Google Shop, you look at brands, you got to make sure you literally verbalize every single little thing you do. You write that down so they can replicate everything you do. Because again, they're just going to copy everything you do. So if you have bad systems, you have bad logic, they're going to have bad systems, they're going to have bad logic, and you're going to blame them, but really it's on you. So you got to make sure you have everything down pat so that way they can transfer that and then do it.
Systems. Gotta love your systems. If you don't understand your own systems, if you do not know how you found this winning product, good luck finding another winning product. So that leads us on to our second part. I want to open up the floor to a live question and answer. I want you guys to ask me your questions live. We are here saying, ask us questions. So please, there is no such thing as a dumb question. Do not be scared. If you can just raise your hand, I will bring up the microphone to you and we'll get some questions answered.
Should I turn to them and talk, or?
Just me.
All right. So a big thing, right? We're all Kenyan, we're African, and a lot of the times our parents are scared just of credit. The word credit, they're just really scared of that word, you know? So if you try to get a credit card, it's like, oh my God, they kind of like look down on it. You know what I'm talking about? I've been in that situation where just looked down upon. But like, I took a personal money management course when I was in like sophomore year of high school, and like they were just trying to push this agenda of credit, and I always found myself interested in that. But the thing is, when you don't have those people older than you, people that are in your family that are telling you how to like operate those type of systems, you kind of just go into the dark with it. So I was just wanted to ask, like, what are the steps that you guys take to make your personal credit to the place where it needs to be at, and also the business credit that you guys also have as well?
Got it. So in order for you to even get a business credit card, you have to have business or personal credit. Business credit does not, in a sense, affect your personal credit, but personal credit is a prerequisite for you to go out there and get business credit. That is why I think a lot of people, they don't even understand what is the point of having an LLC. The point of having an LLC is for limited liability. Let's say, worst case scenario, I sell a product on TikTok Shop and a baby eats it and unfortunately chokes, and now the mother's trying to sue me. That is why you have an LLC that is limiting the liability of your personal assets compared to your business assets. Meaning, if the mother tries to sue me, she can't come for my house. She can only come for, let's say, this business that we're sitting in right now. This is my business. She can only come for the products in this business. She cannot come for my personal car or whatever is personally liable for me. So that's briefly just why you need an LLC. So after you get that LLC, you get your EIN. That's when you can get your business credit. But your personal credit is a prerequisite. What I do to build my personal credit, I think I have a personal credit score right now. Let's actually check. I haven't checked in a while. Let's see, because a lot of people, they'll talk to you about credit, and they won't even show you their credit score. So let's see what my credit score is at right now. So then I can kind of show you guys what is needed. So as of right now, I don't know if you guys can see that. I have a 755 credit score, which is an excellent credit score according to the bureaus. So pretty much credit is broken down into what I personally think 3 major categories. Category number 1 is payment history. Your payment history is so important. If you miss even one payment on your credit card, it is so hard for you to get to an excellent credit score. In a sense, you can't. There's like a mathematical equation that talks about if you miss one payment, it will take you another like 2 years to get to a 750 plus credit score. It's hard. That is why you have to make sure every single month you make that payment. That doesn't mean you're paying off your credit card in full. That means even $1 counts as payments. So a little trick that I do to always ensure that I have an 100% payment history is I log on to my credit card, whether that's Wells Fargo, American Express, whatever it is, and I schedule an automatic payment of just $1 at the beginning of every single month. So what does that do? At the beginning of every single month, I'm going to be charged $1 so that even if I'm traveling or my phone breaks, something happens, that $1 is going to be charged. Meaning, for the rest of my life, my payment history is going to be perfect. The second thing that is super duper important about credit cards or credit profiles is your utilization. Utilization means how much of that credit card are you currently using? I feel like a lot of us are confused about utilization or don't truly understand what utilization is. Utilization is based off of a percentage of 0 to 100%. Meaning, if I have a credit card with a limit of $1,000 and I spend $100 and I keep that balance of $100 into the next month, meaning if June 1st, I spend $100 on my credit card, which has a limit of $1,000, and it hits July, and I didn't pay off that $100. That means I am at a 10% utilization. But the trick is, if on the 31st of July, I pay off even $50, that takes me down to, sorry, this is based off $100. That takes me to 5%. So it's pretty much how much of percentage are you carrying over month. Meaning, if you pay off your credit card by the end of the month, you have, in a sense, a 0% utilization. But this is the trick. Having a 0% utilization is horrible. Everyone thinks paying off your credit cards is good. You don't want to not have a utilization, because if the credit bureau see, oh, this guy's at 0, he's not doing anything with his credit card. You need to have payments that carry over. A percentage of 3 to 10% is recommended. If you're in between that 3 to 10%, that's where I've seen it is just beautiful. Because if you just constantly pay off, and you're not carrying over, the bureaus want to see that you're giving the bank some interest. I'm not saying go out there and spend $1 million on a credit card, $10,000 on a credit card. Keep just even $100 as recurring every single month. I've personally seen that work so beautiful. Which leads me into my third and final huge thing that has helped me build my credit card, which is age. Your age of credit is huge. It's huge. If you have an age of 1 on your credit score, age doesn't have to do with anything about how old you are. It's how soon you got that credit card. That is why I tell everyone, the moment you turn 18, get that credit card right away. So then once you're 19, you have age of 1, once you're 20, age of 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. But I don't know, I want to show you. I don't know if you can see this. I want you to see my credit age right here. 1 second. What does that say right there? Tell them what that says, the first number.
First number, 13 years.
Whoa, I have 13 years of credit. Wait, I just turned 20 last week. How do I have 13 years of credit history? That is the little trick that I'm going to teach you guys right now. It is all about credit card age. If you can go out there, and if you have a parent, an aunt, whoever it is in your life that you know has good credit, go out there and ask them, yo, aunt, yo, mom, whatever it is, can I become an authorized user on your credit card? I'm not going to use your credit card. I'm not going to spend any money on your credit card. I just want to be one thing, an authorized user. Because guess what happens? If my mom has been in America for 13 years and she got a credit card the moment she came into America, guess what? Her payment history and her age hops onto my credit profile. So now I have a credit age of 13 years. That is how I've been able to build my credit score to be 750. It's going to, hopefully by the end of next year, $800. That is how you build your credit.
My question is, once you get a personal credit card, does that mean you can get, like, after the LLC stuff too, can you just get your business card right away too?
If you have personal credit, yes, then you can go apply for a business credit card. But if you don't right now have personal credit, I'd say wait 1 month.
Okay, and then we got one more question. So, is there any credit unions you would stay away from, like, that you wouldn't recommend, and then there's just some that you, like, actually prefer rather than the other one?
I push people away from credit unions. The biggest issue that I see with credit unions is they really aren't out there helping business individuals. Credit unions are amazing for our parents who are purchasing houses, or when you're going out there and trying to purchase a house. But when you're really trying to go out there and scale a business, it's hard to get large sums of money from these different types of credit unions because, in a sense, they're so small. Let's say Wings compared to a Wells Fargo, I would prefer a Wells Fargo Monday through Friday, a Chase Monday through Friday, a Bank of America Monday through Friday compared to a Wings. Wings is amazing when you're going out there trying to buy a house because they're building a personal connection with you. They're going to give you better rates. Rates really don't matter. That leads me into my second thing about interest. People are so worried about interest. You're not rolling over your funds on the business side of things. The personal side of things, you might, but business side of things, you're paying off that credit card after you get paid from whatever product you're selling. So interest doesn't matter. You're not going to be charged, if you see 20% interest, you're not going to be charged 20% if you pay it off in a year. If you pay it off in a month, it doesn't happen like that. So does that answer your question? All right, next question.
So that's me. My question was, You talk a lot about how you find a product and you market that on TikTok Shop. What would you say are the main pitfalls to avoid so you don't end up like drop shipping, where you also have to find another product and market that as well?
So is your question more on the side of going out there and finding the logistics of the product? Yes or no?
I would say so, but also just mainly on the difference on not having a repeat of drop shipping all over again.
I don't get the question.
Okay, so the whole finding a product and then marketing it on TikTok Shop, whether it's with drop shipping or whether it's Amazon FBA, is it just the platform that's changing with this new method?
Yeah, it's just the platform, because Amazon is not going to give you a coupon when you purchase a product. They're like, why would we give you a coupon?
Oh, I think one thing, drop shipping is just like a logistical term, right? So no matter what, whether you're still on TikTok or Amazon or Shopify, you can still be drop shipping on all three. You could still be drop shipping all the same product. The thing with TikTok isn't like a solution for drop shipping, right? With the methodology we're saying, you're still drop shipping. Right, you're still drop shipping. That doesn't change. If you're asking more so, are you asking how do we find good products specifically for TikTok?
Yeah, I would be okay with that.
Everything sells on TikTok. I'm serious, like everything, right? So, and I know you can ask Teddy about this too, but that was a good question on that. But I guess that's one thing. I guess we have to clarify a little bit more is just what drop shipping is.
So pretty much what drop shipping is, think of three parties. I'm going to put up three in the air. In drop shipping, there are in the regular retail chain, there are three parties. We have our manufacturer, I'm going to put that as my pinky, and to the left of my pinky, we have the retailers, and to the left of that, we have our consumers. A typical retail chain would be a manufacturer goes out there and makes a product. The retailer, let's say Target, purchase products in bulk from the manufacturer, and then us, the consumer, we go to Target and purchase the product, and that was how the ecosystem used to be. But with the online e-commerce chain and with the .com bubble, it started getting disrupted, where the retailer was now not a physical location, but an online website. So the need of you going to Target to get a product, the need of you going to Walmart, to Kohl's, to whatever, in a sense stopped. Where with drop shipping, all that drop shipping is, it's a logistical term. Where now the manufacturer, right here, sends the product directly to the customer. And us, the retailer, we're still a retailer. The retailers are still there. Best Buy is still there. Target's still there. But now Target and Best Buy and whatever, they're shipping products directly to you. That is all that drop shipping is, to explain to those people who don't understand what drop shipping is. Next question.
Good job with the explanation of dropshipping. I get that question a lot too, because they think it's a business model. It's just nothing but a way to fulfill products. It's just, products getting there. But my question is specifically towards acquiring customer information. So I'm about to use either Klaviyo or SMS Bump when I'm retrieving whether emails, phone numbers, SMS. I don't know if you guys have any apps or software that you use personally that'd be better off, in my opinion. But I'm curious what you guys do.
I absolutely love Klaviyo. I think the biggest thing that helps me with Klaviyo is they have systems built in, especially with all this new AI stuff. It is so easy to send, like, if X equals this, it's like you can...
flows?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Flows, or that's just their word of systems.
Yeah.
You can build systems where... if this customer purchases today, or if you're asking for your customer's birthday, you're sending them a happy birthday letter. How happy would you be if your favorite brand sent you a happy birthday message with the 5% off discount? The chances of you purchasing from the brand that you love on your birthday just skyrockets. Those are those little bitty things that you might not think of right now. But in the future, if you're building your own brand on your own website, whether that's even the TikTok shop, whatever it is, and you have those key data sets and you're utilizing apps like Klaviyo to send out pushes. So what is Klaviyo? Klaviyo is just pretty much a app or software that is used by a lot of brand owners to go out there and push out emails. Because you're not going to go out there and be like, oh my goodness, I have now 1,000 emails. Am I going to be emailing all these customers individually? No. You're going to drop all those emails into softwares like Klaviyo. Once it's into Klaviyo, it's going to grab all their information's names, all their phone numbers, where they're from, and all the data sets. And then once you have a push, hey, we have a Black Friday special. Boom, it gets pushed out to all those customers. Hey, we have a Cyber Monday special. Boom, it gets pushed out with just one click. So I love Klaviyo. You're on the best platform right now.
That was all the confirmation I needed. Thanks, bro.
Of course. Next question.
This is about TikTok Shop. So a lot of people, they don't have money to spend on ads, so they have to go to the traditional organic route. And they hear the information that you gave out today everywhere, but then they still go home and don't do anything about it, mainly because they're scared to turn the camera on and put themselves out there. What kind of advice do you have for those kind of people?
Proverbs chapter 14, verse 23. All hard work leads to profit, but mere talk leads to poverty. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 23. All hard work leads to profit, but mere talk leads to poverty. We can sit here, we can talk for the next 36 hours. If we don't put in any work or we don't do anything after this, what's it going to equate to? Poverty. That's it. It's up to you. You can't make nobody do nothing. It's up to y'all whether you're going to take this information and turn a business out of this or you're going to turn it into a side hustle. But it's like, as long as you put in some type of work, as long as you understand this is going to be hard, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, you will profit off of it, right? And so that's what I would say to that, bro. Like you just gotta work. There's really no excuse. Like, we can sit here, we can tell you, believe in yourself. Look in the mirror 1,000 times and say, I can do it, I can do it. Affirmation, affirmation. I'm not that type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get to work. You get to work, you'll make some money. That's how it goes, right?
Yeah, thank you. That's something I struggle with, but I'm currently working on. But yeah, you couldn't have said it any better. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. I think he has a question up here.
Who does?
All right, I'm gonna go a different direction now. So once you find those products online, like on Alibaba or AliExpress, there's a problem of getting it from China to America while using like U.S. labels and stuff. Can you explain how that whole agent thing is again, like how it works?
Got it. So everything that we're touching in our room, anything on our body right now, has come from China. The bag on your backpack, the phone that you're holding, the shoes, that bag, the seat, everything in this room is from China. China is the #1 manufacturer and producer of almost everything, except cars. Like, shout out to Italy and Germany. But the biggest thing that you need to understand is, yes, TikTok is trying their level best to ensure products are being shipped from America. But there's workarounds. For a product to be shipped from America, it's just one thing. It has to have a US shipping label. That's it. If you can go out there and contact the manufacturers that you want to work with, because yes, you might be on AliExpress and it might say ships from China with Chinese shipping label. Just contact them and say, hey, that's kind of what I was telling in the beginning, finesse. Hey, my name is Bob. We are about to do a crazy push this Black Friday. Is there any way to ensure all the products that we're purchasing from you are going to have U.S. shipping labels? Is there any way to ensure all the products that we're purchasing from are coming from a U.S. warehouse? Is there any way to ensure this? Is there any way to ensure this? You are the business owner. You set the criteria. They want your business. I feel like a lot of us are so scared. Oh, there's these rules and regulations with these manufacturers. Understand, what one person won't do, another person will do. There are so many different manufacturers. If one manufacturer says no, don't get butthurt. Don't think, oh, I need to go find a different product. go find other manufacturers. Another tip that I will provide to you is understanding that websites like AliExpress are kids just like us selling on that platform in China. AliExpress is the equation of Amazon/eBay in China. Alibaba is the actual source of all the products from China. So in a sense, the drop shippers are on AliExpress and the actual manufacturers are on Alibaba. So that is why I suggest you to go to Alibaba to do your product research and contact them and try to work out with them. Another trick that I will tell you is if you save the image of the product that you are looking for and you go onto Alibaba, just on their website, there's a little image by the search bar. You drop that image, I kid you not, 100 manufacturers are going to pop up. If you go out there and contact 100 manufacturers and tell them, hey, I'm only going to work with you if you ship products from America, one of them will. So that's that answer.
Okay, so you're saying rather on the website contact them, like literally where you see just contact them instead of going through like third-party agents?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll let Teddy go more in depth on this.
I mean, for agents, you could do Colin's method, but one thing I found easier was he sent me a whole list of agents, and we have it on our Discord or whatever. Agents are people inside of China, and they are there to help you find the best supplier to source from. They'll do the sourcing, they'll do the fulfillment, they'll hold inventory for you. So I can just hop in the Discord. I'm gonna do calls every Thursday at 7:30, but you can hit me up whenever. My tag is OG in there, and I can walk you through the whole like agent list and whatever. I can teach you how to talk to them, whatever. It's actually really simple. What he said, they want your business. They make it as simple as possible.
Okay, I'll definitely be hitting you.
Yeah. Next question.
You guys are talking about virtual assistants. So how do you find a virtual assistant? Or like, what's the best way to find one?
Okay, so what I will tell you with virtual assistants, there are going to be companies that are going to be, they're kind of like hiring agencies. The biggest pro and con with working with an agency, because you can go out there and search Philippines VA agencies. And the biggest pro with an agency is, if you see, holy crap, I'm about to grow into this huge company, agencies are amazing because when you need 10 people, boom, they'll get dropped like that. When you need 20 people, boom. You need 100 people, boom. And they're already pre-vetted. The biggest challenge that we saw with agencies are they stockpile those workers and they might be working for 5, 10, 20 other different companies. What I saw in the beginning works really well with VAs is you personally going out there and hiring them personally. In a sense, you're a boss. You are the CEO. You go through an interview process. They want to work for you. How are you going to go out there and tell them, what are your work ethics? What if the Wi-Fi goes off? What if this happens? What would you do? What if this? Go and ask them different situations. Which leads into the second part, how do you find them? There are 2 websites that I love. Website number 1 is Fiverr, Fivver. I might have spelled that wrong. Fiverr and Upwork. Fiverr and Upwork are hands down some of the best websites to go out there and get virtual assistants to work for you. Because if you utilize these websites, you'll say, I'm looking for virtual assistants. You drop a job post the same way we all apply for jobs. You go through a post and then boom, 20, 30 people are just gonna pop up and they'll say, hey, my hourly charge is this, I want to do this, and then boom, they'll all pop up. And then it's huge. All you do is just interview them, ask them different questions, and then hire them. The only tip that I will give to you guys is the Philippines, where a lot of these virtual assistants are, they have a lot of Wi-Fi issues. They have a lot of storms. The country it's a tropical country, so there are a lot of tropical things that are happening in that region. You need to double check and ensure that, hey, what are we gonna do if there is a storm? Do you go to a Wi-Fi cafe? What happens if your power goes out? Do you go to the library? Figure out protocols and systems that they will do when situations like this happen. That is a tip no one will teach you about, but we're going to give it to you here.
Put it on, whatever you want to address him as, probably running probably the biggest brand in Minnesota, Heroes. I bet some of y'all got that in your wardrobes, and he was kind enough to take some time out, come out here and speak, and just talk about his journey and how he got to where he's at today, and what's been the big differentiator between him and everybody else who's trying to make a clothing brand, and now he's at the top of the game. Because we wanted to make sure that, just in case e-commerce isn't your thing, or how has somebody else in a different sector been able to dominate and get to where they're at today. So you want to do a quick little introduction to yourself, quick little story?
Yeah, my name's Jeffrey. People call me J5. So I started the brand late 2022, so it's been like a year now. I was in college one day. I was just sketching on some paper. I didn't want to do that. I knew I wanted to do something else, and so I just started off sketching. Ended up going viral on TikTok, kind of like what you guys were talking about, like the power of TikTok. And with me being one of the first on TikTok, I was able to go viral on there, and then just keep the momentum from there, create new things, and then just grow. Yeah.
J5, what allowed you to stay consistent? Because in the beginning, did you see instant success, or how long did it take for you to become successful?
No, I didn't see instant success. I was just posting stuff. I was just posting. Nothing was really going viral. I had a few different products that I created. None of them really went well until about like 4 or 5 months, and then I just posted the same product that I've already been trying to push out. But then after those couple months, that one video was the one video that went viral. And then so just staying consistent and just believing, if you really think you have a product that deserves the hype, deserves the recognition, just keep pushing it out, and one day it'll get in front of the right eyes and the right things will happen.
And what kept pushing you in the beginning when you saw failure? What was the driving factor that made you think, yes, this brand is going to grow to the Heroes name we know today?
Just because I knew I had something different. I knew I had something different from my quality, from the uniqueness. I didn't really see other people doing it. And just really wanting different for myself. I feel like having that drive, and really when you set your mind to something, you don't just give up. So I was really consistent. I didn't come into it thinking like, all right, this is going to be quick. I remember even sitting down thinking like, all right, I'm going to just grind for a year straight. Even if I don't see a sale, I'm going to continue grinding. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the right mindset to come into it with, not expecting instant success. And then once that happens, it's kind of like a surprise, but it's like you put in the work for it.
And then my final thing, I'd like to allow you to talk to the people at home, talk to the people who are starting their clothing lines. Tell them, what should they be doing to stand out? Because I'm seeing clothing brands drop left and right and left and right. Everyone is dropping their clothing brand. Yeah. What should they be doing to one day achieve the level of success that you have?
Like you said, it's definitely different nowadays, just because it's so many and so many people trying to do it. So I think like the most important thing is just being unique. I know a lot of people say that, but I think that's really what it is, because being unique, that'll make you stand out. And once you stand out, like I said, just keep pushing that out, and one day it's going to get in front of the right eyes. And not just being unique with your product, but being unique in different ways, like your content creation and different approaches. Think of different ways that you could separate yourself, like even like doing pop-up shops. You don't see a lot of people going out and doing pop-up shops for their clothing brand, so doing stuff like that. Being unique with the content creation. I feel like with TikTok, if you come with a really unique approach, you'll go viral. So and then just being consistent, what I'm saying, just outlasting the next guy. Someone else is gonna give up one day and you're gonna still be putting out those videos. You're gonna still be grinding, and the last man standing is the one that's gonna eventually win. You know what I'm saying? So just stay in the course, bro.
Thank you so much, J5, for hopping on and giving us knowledge. Round of applause for J5.
Sure.
You can sit back down. Our next guest is an ultra viral influencer. She is gonna hop on and tell us different content strategies to go out there and drop amazing hooks that will help your product be viral. Mia, if you could come up. Round of applause. So, Mia, what is your story and where did you start and where are you at right now?
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Mia. I'm 19 years old. I've been in e-commerce for 8 years now. I started my journey at 11 years old, so I beat Collins by 2 years. But when slime was a big thing in 2016, like as a kid, I always liked pretending I was on the camera, like pretending I'm in a YouTube video, just doing tutorials. So do you guys remember slime? When it was in middle school, like everyone was playing with slime, that's what I did. So I made it at home and I wanted to create content because I was seeing it on Instagram. And the thing is, like all the slime accounts were in like Asia, they're in Indonesia. None of them were in the United States. So I made my own videos and posted it on Instagram. And I just kept staying consistent with posting, and eventually, like after I learned what good lighting is and what videos do well and what don't do well, and I stuck to what did do well, I was getting more followers, and then I reached 10,000 followers, and I told my mom, like, I want to start making my own slime, like multiple of it, and sell it on my own and start making money because, I wanted to like buy things I wanted to buy, but I would make my own slime and sold it on this account called Macari, or this app named Macari, and then I'd make like maybe $300 a week, and I was like, okay, sweet, and I kept growing on Instagram, and then I wanted to be able to scale my business because on Macari I would only be able to sell one slime at a time, like each listing, but on Etsy I was able to put a quantity, so I could put like 100 slimes. So I sold mine, and then I grew my page to 600,000 followers. My mom and I would come home from school, my mom would make me a lot of slime, and I would just keep listing that, and then I created my own Shopify account so I could scale it even further using my own website. So that's my first business. We did 6 figures in profit with that one in 2 years, but I did stop after 2 years because of everyone, like people around me with negative energy. Like I feel like that's why we're all here. Everyone who's spending their Friday night here learning how to grind, how to create more money, how to better your life, because you guys are here with big goals to pursue and chase, and you just want to, I don't know, you want you want a bigger life. You don't want the normal life that people advertise, like with society and everything, but with that comes with people who will hate on you and people who will tear you apart when you want to do something that is outside the norm, okay? Like, no matter what you want to be, if you want to be an athlete, you want to be a musician, you want to be an artist, you want to create TikTok shop, they are going to tear you apart. They're going to criticize you, and they will not support it because, I don't know, like that was probably my biggest problem with this whole thing, so that's why I stopped. My dad, people around me would just tear me apart, say it wouldn't last for a long time, and then the next 5-6 years I did not do anything. I would say it's like decision paralysis. Like I would get TikToks on my For You page talking about drop shipping, digital products, just all these different side hustles, and deep down I would always know I would want my own business. I want to start something because with slime I was able to see how easy it was to make money online. Like at one point my parents wanted to sell our nail salon because slime was doing so well. Like it is very easy to attain money online, and I just kept telling myself, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I want to achieve this, but I never did it, right? And then I got caught in the wrong things in high school. Like we get caught in the wrong group in crowd. We do bad habits. We get stuck in those bad habits. And then eventually I just kept getting lost and lost. But then I think what helped me the most was rekindling my relationship with God and asking Him to guide me with His strength and presence and just tell me what to do. And I got out of a very bad relationship, and after that relationship is when I talked to God and I told Him to give me my path. Because imagine you can tap into your highest potential self, because the truth is there is a world that exists inside of you that you have not tapped into. And if you can tap into that, and just strive for your goals, keep chasing your goals, because I know every single one of you in this room has a huge goal. Whether it is, maybe you want to be a professional athlete, maybe you just want to be a millionaire, that is your goal, and that's why all of you guys are here. So imagine you can tap into that highest self, keep praying, and keep having faith, and keep being consistent, okay? So I have 200,000 followers on TikTok. I'm a content creator, which isn't e-commerce, but I always like making money online, because why would you want to trade your time for money? Time is the most valuable thing you have. You can have all the money in the world, but you can't buy more time. So once you realize the value of time and you envision the person you want to become, write it down, journal every day as if you are living that life that you want, and take consistent action to your goals every single day, you will reach it. Because in this life, you have complete control over every decision you make, every habit you make, how you spend your mornings, how you spend your days. If you just focus on that and truly take action every day, it's going to be hard. And I'm not saying don't enjoy life, don't hang out with your friends. Just know the difference between wasting time and enjoying your time. But in this life, you get one life, and time does not go slower. If anything, it's going to keep getting faster and faster. And if I would have told myself those 5 years that I stalled in wanting to create a business, if I just started right away instead of starting 6 months ago, I would be even closer to where I want to be. But in this room, we are all so young. I think all of us are under 30 years old, and you guys are all striving for something better, so you just want to keep going. And I'm sorry, this is really long. This is my story, but now I'm in TikTok. I started, with Slime, I was able to get the algorithms down. I knew how TikTok algorithms work, so I grew this account to 200K, and this has been funding my entire lifestyle. TikTok has given me 5 different streams of income. My whole outfit I'm wearing, my apartment I moved into, my car payments, my food, my makeup, my hair, my nails, everything is funded through TikTok. And they're talking about TikTok Shop right now. You have to get on that. If that's what you like to do, otherwise, I'm a content creator, I'm on that too. But remember when dropshipping was at its prime with Shopify in 2017? 2023, this is TikTok Shop. It's not you might have missed the prime in 2017, but 2023 TikTok Shop is the new wave, okay? It's so small, it's not saturated at all. If you get on it right now, you will make so much money. But I don't know, I guess I've always been able to go viral on social media because of my techniques. Everything, people think I just post on TikTok for fun. In reality, I don't want to be on TikTok, but every single thing I post was strategic. And I would say the biggest thing with going viral on TikTok is that people's attention spans are very, very short. Imagine you're scrolling on TikTok. You're gonna watch this video, and if you don't like it within 3 seconds, you're gonna scroll, right? Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, so then with your product, I would say the first 3 seconds you want to hook your audience in. And the best way I do it is I talk about what value I can bring to my audience. So I'm a beauty content creator, even lifestyle. So the first 3 seconds I'm going to be how I'm going to help you clear your skin, okay? And this is what I did to clear my skin, and keep going. But with your products, say you were doing what products?
Push-up board.
Huh?
A push-up board.
A push-up board? What's that?
Push-up board.
Okay, right. So how are you going to get swollen 15 days? So you give a solution to your audience. You want a problem and solution. Right now you're insecure about your arms. You want to get a little bigger. You're going to get this push-up board, right? Another thing is controversy. Like controversy on TikTok, the more comments that roll in, the more people that are arguing in the comments, commenting on this and that, the more it pushes it to the algorithm. So TikTok algorithm is really just about keeping your audience's your viewer retention. Does that make sense? So you want them to watch at least 5 seconds of your video, and then it will keep being pushed out on the For You page. So I would say that for viewer retention. And then conversions, if you were to post like just a video with music on your product versus a video of someone actually reviewing and connecting with the viewer's emotions with the product, the video with them talking is going to do way better conversions than the video of just music. Because it's like when someone sees this hat that they see with just music, like what is that doing for me? Like I don't want to buy that. Would you buy it if you saw on TikTok? Like post videos that you would buy from, you know? Like don't just post videos with music, post. Like if you were doing your own video, like I think you guys should do your own reviews too. When you connect with the audience, when you talk to them straight with what this product does for you, how it's helped you, this and that, and how it can help the viewer, that's when you get higher conversions. So I don't know, that's what I would do.
Thank you so much, Mia. I think the last and final thing the audience wants to hear is what makes you different compared to everyone else? What would you do differently if you were going out there? Besides all of the conversion optimization, what are you doing different to become or to be ultra viral?
I'm not ultra viral. I did grow 200,000 in 3 months, and it is 1, consistency. 2, every single video was not a video for me, it was for my audience. A lot of times these content creators are selfish with what they post. They'll post videos that they want to post, but instead they won't listen to the comments of like what the viewers want. So if I see my viewer saying, oh, I want a hair tutorial, I'm gonna keep posting that video. I want a skincare tutorial, I'm gonna post that video. And I'm just going, I would say the biggest thing to growing your audience is just bringing value to them, you know? And I know this is majority men, but like, there is a lack of men in the industry. So if you've like always wanted to record your life, I would say do it, because some people think like, oh, my life is not very interesting, like no one would watch it, but my life isn't either. But in reality, everyone is living the same life, everyone's doing the same things. If you can romanticize your life and just create an art and beauty out of it, then you could also become a content creator. And even if you're like, let's say you're a barber or you have your own personal business right now, I would, if you want to have an influence on people, start creating content on that, and then you can upsell courses. Like that's what I plan on doing. Like if you're a barber, I would say like make a course, you know, how to make your first 10K as a barber, sell that for maybe $15, $30, and then upsell it for something even more in-depth tutorial on like how to get your license, how to learn how to do hair, and etc. Open your own shop. But yeah, like if you have your own personal business, I would definitely start creating content on that, because influence is very important in this day and age. Like having a social media presence is very important and will get you in rooms with different people.
Adding on to that last final point, I think the word wealth is attained through 3 different ways. Ryan Panetta talks about it through 1, your business, 2, your investments, and the third and last final, or what I call the boss stage, is influence. If you're able to run a successful business, invest, whether that's in the stock market, in real estate, and whatever it is, and also influence people and make money off that influence, that is when you receive the W, which is wealth. That is what we should all strive to achieve. Thank you so much, Mia, for explaining everything. Round of applause for Mia. So I don't want to keep you guys here too much longer. I think we can end off the night just networking with each other, grabbing some snacks, grabbing some drinks. It was a pleasure meeting all of you guys. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot to see like-minded individuals all coming together in a room on a Friday night. You could have been doing anything else, but you decided to be here with us, and it is an honor having you in here. I just want to say thank you. Round of applause to you guys.
I just want to reiterate heavy on that, like he's saying, you guys could have been anywhere tonight. I know the clubs are open. You guys could have been drinking. You guys could have been anywhere else, but you guys decided to spend time here. And, it's kind of crazy just being here thinking like, why would y'all want to listen to us? But I understand that, God has blessed us and God has put us in a certain position. And I know that every single one of you guys in this room is more than capable of exceeding us up here, more than capable of exceeding everybody around you. And I'd say it's just knowledge, execution. Again, Proverbs chapter 14, verse 23. All hard work leads to profit, but mere talk leads to poverty. So I'd say I don't want you guys to just take this as just this was like a fun little yippee, you got to do something, but don't take it as that. Really execute on everything that's said. And even if e-commerce, TikTok, all of this stuff isn't your thing, it's not your forte, whatever it is in your life, take this and apply it to what you're doing, and then from there, you'll be able to succeed and go on. As we head out, let's just bow our heads for a word of prayer. Dear God, I want to say thank you for bringing all of these people here. I ask that whatever, journey that we go through, that you are there, that your presence is felt, that you guide us, because we understand that we do not lean on our own understanding, but we lean on your understanding. And I ask that every single person here can feel your presence and your guidance. We understand that if we do that there's no way we can be led astray. We worship you, we praise you, and in Jesus' name we pray, amen.